Need more streaming. Okay. Anyway. No, dude, have you seen this shit with like supposedly they come out with the Trump Blue Bubba thing? Like,
What is that?
and Bubba's supposed to mean Bill Clinton
Oh,
or
yeah,
some
I
shit.
did.
Like, and they're going all over these fucking emails, right? Which
Yeah.
turns out that's really them just busting Trump's balls in the email or whatever, like kind of talking shit about him, like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that motherfucker sucks everybody's dick or whatever. It's just kind
Right.
of like banter.
Right.
But it's like
That's a fucking. I
you
mean,
fumbled this Epstein thing so fucking bad that people are gonna believe the shit, bro.
right.
So, like, why don't you just release the shit? It's well, I mean, we know why.
Right.
If I was wearing my hat, you know, like Shapiro Stein up here,
Right.
probably accept the whole narrative of the Epstein thing, but to come out and just like gaslight the way they have been gaslighting
Mm-hmm.
this shit for the last like I don't know 4 or 5 months now.
Mm-hmm.
Since what was it? I think August, July or August, when they were like, "Oh, the Epstein list doesn't exist." You
Right.
know, after remember Pam Bondi had all those like right wing influencers come in to
Right.
the fucking White House and gave them the little folder and shit that said
Right.
Epstein
Right.
files.
Yeah. That's wasn't the fucking Epstein file.
It's like, dude, how fucking like either incompetent or fucking lame are you when you if you know you're gonna come out like a few months later, because not only did she do that, like a couple months pass, people said, "Oh, are we gonna get the Epstein files?" Because they're sitting on my desk right now. We just have to go through them and yada yada yada. Then about a month after that, it was they don't exist, and then fucking Cash Patel sitting there cross-eyed on CNN, like that motherfucker is straight up embarrassing, bro. I don't know how you feel about Cash Patel,
I
but
don't like him.
I'm a bro. Like I like this podcast actually. Like he had some like pretty good law enforcement insight, but you know what? I've been watching a lot of shit lately because Dan Bongino is a guy I actually liked,
Mm-hmm.
like dude with integrity and shit like that wasn't really a partisan hack, and he really beat the Epstein file drum for
Yeah.
like a few years. And he looks like somebody that's being held hostage right now, bro. Like that's just like, you know, it is absolutely a suicide. Like he looks like he's being fucking held hostage.
Right.
Like, what do you think about all that?
Like, hey, so what's up, my nigga? What you
What's
doing?
going on, bro? How you
Hey,
doing?
There he
we're
is,
out
man.
here,
What's up,
bro.
Ace?
None chilling, man. I'm here at work. I didn't know this was gonna be like an instant thing.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
out here,
dog. Yeah,
bro.
we're live on YouTube right now, homie.
All
Man,
right,
where you working at?
Hell
what's
yeah,
going on?
dude.
Yeah, I can't. I ain't gonna talk about all that. I
You,
can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
the,
okay, period. You work
the
for the
freaking
government?
Dapper Don
No,
over here, man.
no, no, no,
Chill
no,
out.
no. Just at a
Looks
hotel.
like you're running for. Looks like you're running for a senator or something.
Yeah, I wish. How's
Okay,
everything going?
period.
You got my vote, man.
Lovely, great, blessed.
That's what's up, man. What are you guys up to?
Yeah, talking shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm
So we
sitting
were
here in
just
my
talking
garage
about.
doing a fucking podcast with my boy PK, dude. I'm glad to fucking glad to see you, Ace. Out here doing good and shit, man.
Look
Yeah,
at you,
absolutely.
upstanding
The whole
citizen.
Epstein debacle and how
Yeah.
Trump's kind of fumbled this whole fucking thing. And
So
now
Congress
they're
just passed the bill and it's going to Trump's desk and Trump allegedly said he's going to sign it into law as soon as it hits his desk, but we're kind of waiting. We're watching. I'm not expecting a whole lot. There's going to be some fucking redacted shit for sure, but
I mean, that's gonna be expected, man. It's all
mhm.
it's all a part of the grand plan, man. They're not gonna mess that up for nobody, man. Come on now.
well, we were talking about too. I don't know what. I'd like to see what you think about this because like, the director of the FBI now, Cash Patel, obviously, like he's
Right.
cross-eyed on TV all the time, or like he's way fucking underqualified for what he's doing anyway. But like Dan Bongino, the guy I actually liked. I listened to his podcast a lot. Like he was a Secret Service dude and kind of a right-wing podcast guy, but like sort of a dude with integrity, and like he beat the Epstein file drum for like a long time, a couple years leading up to him. He's the deputy director of the FBI now. And like, dude, he looks like a motherfucker that's being held hostage, bro.
I
Like,
mean,
he's just like, oh yeah, they don't exist. Epstein totally committed suicide, and like a motherfucker's got a gun to the back of his head, basically,
And exploding
yeah, and
real
it's
fast.
funny how that had all a huge ripple effect through the system as well, because after that happened, they sent a team in to go back to all the shoes, the special housing units, and a lot of the prisons in the BOP, and go back on their logs to see who was lying on their logs. A lot of people got suspended behind that. So because of that suicide, they went through, they had an internal thing, and they went by and looked at their logs and checked the cameras with the logs. And a lot of people got fired because they were on their probationary period, and then others they got like suspensions. It depends if they did it more than once, if it was only one time, because they were saying they were walking and they weren't walking. So you might not see somebody back there for 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Mm,
So, but they were walking every 15 minutes.
mm,
Yeah. So it had a ripple effect, and it was all just bogus because he didn't kill himself.
bro.
What about the judge though? Do you remember the judge, the lady judge? She's she's Hispanic, and some FedEx guy knocked on her door. Her husband answered the door. The son was there, and
Oh,
they gunned down the son and the husband. The husband
Oh,
lived,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the son died, and then they couldn't find the gunman. Then they went down. They searched. They went around the block, and then found out that it was a lawyer dressed like a UPS guy or a FedEx guy, whatever it was, and he blew his brain and committed suicide. You heard about it once, you didn't hear about it again. And then she got on and said that, yes, he did this because I'm a Latina and I'm a woman, and he couldn't stand the fact that I was a woman in power. And no, you
Mm-mm.
didn't give you didn't give um what's her name, Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell,
yeah, Ghislaine
bail. She's the
Maxwell.
one that denied the bail. She's
Oh,
the one that denied the bail for Ghislaine Maxwell, and then all of a sudden that happens.
Yes, yeah.
So I think that's
that.
pretty interesting. And then you don't hear about it again.
So I just
Well,
plugged it into Perplexity. It was U.S. District Judge for the District of New Jersey, Judge Esther Salas.
yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
yeah.
lawyers just lose their shit after 20 years, and they're like, "Oh yeah, guess what? I'm gonna go dress up as a FedEx guy and go gun this person down." And then why would you even dress up as a FedEx guy if you were gonna commit suicide anyway? Why would you go through the trouble of dressing up like a FedEx guy just so you can go around the corner and blow your own brains out? That
Well,
doesn't make any sense.
you remember Vince Foster, that was Bill Clinton's White House in-house counsel, that committed suicide on his lunch break right before he was fixing to testify in front of Congress for the Whitewater deal. He killed himself by shooting himself twice in the back of the head, and he moved his own body
And
post
twice,
mortem.
twice in the
Yeah,
back of the head.
and
Yeah.
you know they they accept it as a suicide. And you know what, I think that's why they're trying to censor social media right now so tough. Like they're trying to get all these bills and try to have the right people own social media so they can censor it, because before they could push that bullshit narrative as much as they wanted, because they just have NBC, ABC, Fox, CBS, whatever. It's like, this is what happened. this is what you're going to say, and it would go away in a week or whatever when
Right.
there's some controversial shit like that. But like now, people are going to keep talking about it on the internet. Like the Epstein thing, 25 years ago would have went away in a week because everybody's involved. And if you think it's only like Trump that's has an interest in covering it up or whatever, well, I mean, they've had the Epstein files through three administrations, and they charged Trump with all this bullshit leading up to like the election and whatnot, the fake rape thing that they tried to charge him with in New York with the woman that couldn't remember the date that Trump raped her or when or how or anything like that. Couldn't seem to ever remember it until he was running for office and shit like that. If they would go through that length to bring up those bullshit cases, if they had the aha gotcha on Trump, they would have
Right.
just fucking released the shit. It's because everyone's involved. And it's a fucking Ghislaine Maxwell. You can research her
Her
family.
father. Yeah, her father. Yeah, they found him. They found him
Better
dead
than
off the
Saul.
side of his yacht. And then he was like a billionaire. He was the Rupert Murdoch of the UK before there was a Rupert Murdoch doing his thing, and they found
Former head
him
of the
dead off the side of
Masonic.
his yacht. They found him dead off the side of his yacht, named the Ghislaine, and said it was an accident or some suicide. But supposedly, I mean, they were saying that he was an agent for Israel, and yeah. And then when he died, then that scandal came out. It was like a $1 billion scandal, and it put shame to her family and all that. And yeah, but she still had her connections. I
Well, yeah,
mean,
the Epstein Island was a fucking foreign intelligence blackmail operation, bro, and it's
Oh yeah.
quite obvious, and it's not even really like a fringe conspiracy theory anymore. Like it's kind of pretty well known to most people that it was, and then it's kind of becomes more obvious now because you look at like Trump's first term and his relationship to like Israel and whatnot, right?
right,
It wasn't any different, I guess, than most other presidents, I guess. But now it's like it's straight up like kiss the wall, and you look how much money APAC gave him for his second term and whatnot, because he kind of didn't take the APAC money and he kind of was more populist, I guess, in his first term. Now it's like, let's roll out 50-year mortgages so you'll never own your home. I'm not going to fix any of the economic problems that I ran on or whatever. I'm just kind of going to be one of the establishment guys that I swore not to ever be or whatever, that kind of got me elected. And it's just like, it's kind of why his base is turning on him. I don't know. What do you think about all that, though, Ace?
I mean, it's a game.
Yeah.
It's a game. You're playing. Everybody else is playing checkers. They're playing chess, man.
Oh, dog.
You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. You move with the times. I mean, everybody criticize. I mean, they criticize Trump a lot about the way he does things, but to be honest, he's very strategic and smart in how he plays it. The world says, we hate him, but in reality, all they want is a reality show, and he knows that because he's done TV before. So he's hip to what people want, even though they say they don't want it. People say, "Oh, I hate reality shows. I hate this. I hate that." But look at what sells on TV the most. Look what's on TV. Everything is a reality show. So he's giving that.
Yeah, sure, I get that, but I was it's been like, yeah, he knew how to move the populist American movement and whatnot, and
Right.
I get that part of what you're saying, but I'm talking about I guess his first term versus his second term now that we're only, I guess, not even a year into, the vast difference of now, because like he was one thing Trump always has done well is play to his base. But
Right.
this whole Epstein shit, right? He straight up came out and said, if you're still talking about Epstein, I don't want your support anymore. And people are like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
you know, you ran on, hanging, pedophiles in the freaking White House lawn, and now you're
Right.
saying, they don't exist. Well, why is Ghislaine Maxwell even in prison if there's no Epstein clients?
That part.
If you're selling drugs, like, I mean, somebody goes to prison for selling cocaine. Well, if there's no customer, well, who did you sell cocaine to?
Absolutely.
You,
I
you
mean,
know, there has
he doesn't have to get elected again.
well, right.
I
You
mean,
know,
so what
it's
is it? You're
it's
playing to a base.
more of the same. It's more of the same is kind of what I was getting at. Is, well, dude, we all thought Trump was this dude that was going to shake shit up and be that guy, and he's really just not. It's just more of the same. He's basically George Bush that, I don't know, says lewd comments sometimes, I guess.
But realistically, aren't they all the same?
Oh, dude,
You put your hope in
yeah,
this
no, we're
thing,
making the same
and they
point.
end up
I think we're
all being
making
the
the
same.
same point. It's
Yeah.
just like you thought Trump was one thing, and it's really just more of the same, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. And it's always going to be the same. They're up there on a stage. What is a stage for? A big act. That's what it is. Everybody that talks on stages, usually it's some kind of act. And that's what you get. You incite the people, everybody's, divided. Everybody's going to one side or the other. And it's the way you rule. Because if not, then people come together and you try to put together something that you really want and they can't provide. So therefore they get overthrown, or there's riots, or there's all these other things that go on. So the best way to defend against that is to keep people divided. It's always
BK,
been that.
we haven't heard from you in a minute, man. What do you got to chime in on this?
No, it's more to his point. Like, it's exactly it. So before, even when we had Obama and Bush, and I mean, Biden was just kind of a a deadbeat. But
That was
back
Obama's third term.
the auto pen.
Really, I mean, I think Obama just kind of ran the government through Biden because, dude, it was so funny. Like, I think it was Shane Gillis I think it was him, one of those comedians anyway. It was like, it's funny when Biden's trying to get off stage, he looks like a Roomba when it gets stuck under the couch or something. He just doesn't know where to go.
Oh, yeah, man, that was pretty crazy. Like
I can't
like when the
believe
self-driving first started. Just
Sheesh.
that
yeah.
motherfucker was in charge of our country for 4 years, dog.
Yikes.
Like really, AutoPen really was. I mean, and now they're challenged. Like the Supreme Court is challenging some of his like AutoPen decisions that he had no idea. Like a couple of the people that he pardoned and whatnot. Like, I never did that.
Like Fauci. He pardoned Fauci and his family, bro.
He
Why
had
do you
no
need
idea
to
he
pardon
ever
him
did
and
that.
his whole? What are they up to? Like, why? What is Fauci up to, bro? That you need a pardon for you and your whole entire family.
Well,
Yeah,
no, and then
before you were president too. Not only that, it's before you were president, and that's pretty wild, man.
Sheesh.
yeah, dog, y'all were still inside during the whole 2020 shit. Like, dude, the shit was nuts. I'm telling you, like the whole election shit and like the Stop the Steal movement and all of that. They basically just stole the election and they rubbed it in your face and called you a conspiracy theorist for like questioning it. But, you know, about 9 million more people voted in 2020 than it have voted in any other election
I wonder why.
since. Well, they captured the dead vote. Like they had a pretty big stronghold on dead people voting for him. And dude, they found a lot of voter fraud. They're like, oh well, all the fraud we found, it wasn't enough to sway the election. Well, you're and I'll tell you, on election night in 2020, because I was watching it in my living room here, it looked like Trump was gonna win that night, right? Then you turn your TV on in the morning, and all of a sudden Biden's got all these votes in swing states that come in all for Biden overnight, bro. Like it was janky, it was fucked up, and it was rigged. But you're a conspiracy, theorist when you say that. So I think Trump kind of kissed the ring after that. It was like, let me get back in and I think whatever, But anyway, I digress. What do you guys think? You guys were inside watching all this shit. I
I
can't
mean,
imagine,
I
We
was
didn't really
inside
give a
not
fuck.
watching
imagine what
anything.
it was like in there for that
Yeah,
shit, dude.
we didn't really give a fuck.
Yeah,
We
and not
listened
only
to
that
shit.
is that if depending on where you're at, they stopped. I mean, in the shoe, they stopped giving you newspapers or anything. You can't get newspapers,
Oh,
magazines, or food. When the George Floyd thing was going on, they
wow.
locked the whole entire the special housing unit down. They locked that down. All the units were locked down, and then they stopped letting you get. They started printing out the media, printing out the what they want you to read. Oh, here's your news. And it would be like
Wow.
some COVID stuff and a few random things, and they would slide it under the door so we could read it. But you couldn't get
Holy
newspapers.
shit.
Wow.
Yeah,
Where
yeah, it
were
was
you?
pretty.
Were you still at
Yeah, where were you at?
Paradise or what?
No, this was at Mendota.
Okay.
Mendota?
So you
Yeah,
went
Wow.
to Mendota before. All right.
yeah, I went to Mendota after Paradise, man. Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
yeah, it
Cool.
was pretty crazy. It's just wild how they, I don't know, when they want the control, they get it. That's for sure. And you're
Mm.
talking about 15 minutes out a day for a
Mm-hmm.
shower, maybe a quick little email, then you're back in for a year and some change.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that
yeah, it was pretty
Mm-hmm. It was
crazy.
bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
shit must have sucked
Bro,
ass.
and when that George Floyd shit happened, those CEOs came in there looking so scared, bro. They thought like this shit was just gonna erupt into like a riot, and we're like, fuck, the shit's wrong. You know what I mean? Everyone had their own opinion of it, and what the media showed was largely, police officer killing a black man, and so it was like, I mean, the blacks, we were like, yeah, well, what's new? Everybody, well, this is what happens. Now y'all see it. But the cops and the white boys were so fucking posted up, like, oh, good, here it comes, like, and we're just like, bro, like, it ain't no big old deal. Like, this shit's been happening. This has been happening. It's just on broadcast. It's on CNN. It's on Fox News. It's everywhere. But yeah, COVID was crazy. The whole lockdown was crazy.
Dude, have y'all watched that the Fall of Minneapolis documentary where it shows like the whole body cam footage and all that other shit?
No, I never
Dude,
even
it's
saw it.
free.
I watched
It's
it.
free
I
on
watched it.
YouTube. And like, dude, I just assumed that like these motherfuckers just like straight up murked George Floyd before all this shit. You should watch that documentary because it shows the whole like body cam footage and it gives like context to it. And you're like, I mean, after that, I was like, damn, fool. Like, they just kind of blew this shit way out of proportion. You watch it and tell me what you think about it. Like, obviously, it's fucking, it's different, but like, I thought like everybody.
It's wrong. It's wrong, but you're saying it's not as extreme as it was made out to be. Like it was blown out of proportion.
Oh, dude, way out. And he didn't die there on the scene like they made it out to be either. He died hours later at the hospital. And he had like full.
Oh, James, we lose you.
It's frozen
I
up
guess
over
it's just. I guess it's just us, eh?
there.
Bro, so how you been? When'd you get out?
Like February of 2020. shit, February of 2025. I had to think about that
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was
Okay.
like 18 years. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
That's
just
a
to get
long
out
time.
and find out everybody out here is super rude and disrespectful, and
Yep.
it's just a different, I don't
A
know,
whole different
like
world. It's a whole
yeah,
different fucking world, bro.
gross
Wait, James.
incompetence. People don't want to work. People are at work and don't want to work. It's just yeah, it's pretty crazy, man.
It makes it
Yeah,
easy for us, bro. We can
no,
get. Hey, I'll
absolutely,
work.
because they want to
I'll work.
hire people that want to work. I'll work. Yeah,
Yep.
put me in there.
Yeah.
Let me get 16, 18 hours. Yeah, so I can
Oh
get back on
man.
my feet, do what I got to do, you know what I mean? And then I'll pivot into something else.
Yep.
But one
Yep.
thing's for
Yep.
sure, yeah, that old life is over with. Yeah,
It's out, bro. It's out.
it's out.
So,
It's
bro.
out. It's just not, it's stupid when you go back and you look at everything. You don't, it's the long grind. You gotta have the it's the,
Bro.
Look
you
who
gotta go.
decided. Look who
Yeah,
decided to show
My
up.
fucking
yeah,
my
yeah,
laptop died on me, homie. I was like
yeah.
mid sentence, dude.
Here,
Hey, you froze up. We saw that. But yeah, it's the
Oh,
long game, man. It's all about the
But yeah,
long
dude,
game.
it won't fucking charge. Like I don't know. I'm out here in my garage, bro. So yeah, it like doesn't connect to the internet when I have it plugged in, but it also the battery goes hella quick when I'm not.
so
So yeah, needless to say, I'll be investing in a streaming computer tomorrow. But yeah, anyway.
before,
Watch
hold on,
football
real
in
quick.
Minneapolis.
My computer doesn't have speakers, so I can hear Ace and I can hear James, but James can't hear Ace, and Ace can hear James.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's
bro.
pretty funny. Yeah, I can hear
Oh,
everything
bro.
you're saying.
Well, dude, let's end the live. Let's do this again like tomorrow, bro.
Tomorrow,
Yeah?
bro, let's do it.
Okay, yeah.
When do we usually do it? Friday? What are you doing Friday?
Yeah, Friday. Let's go Friday then.
What time are you guys going
Let's
on
go,
Friday?
like for a couple hours Friday.
What
though.
time are we going on Friday?
Well, I can't go for a couple hours if I'm at work.
Work at 11 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock your time in the morning.
in
So
the morning?
whenever.
So
All
right
right,
now
I'll
it's
be on my-
it's 6:24 where I'm at right now.
I got 7.
Ace,
I'm
Ace,
7.
You good with that?
Well, I work. I'm off
work.
Sunday, Monday, and then I
He's off
work.
Sunday, Monday.
I work from.
Sunday,
I
Monday.
leave for work at 2 o'clock to
So let's
basically
do another one
midnight.
Maybe Sunday.
Yeah, that would be
Sunday, I'm
cool.
off.
Sunday I'm off and I'm in the house all day.
You know, we can do a quick Ace guest clip for 5 minutes on Friday or something, but we can go again Sunday with the three of us, man.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
let's just keep this thing fucking rolling.
Hell
All right, for
yeah.
sure, man.
Yeah?
All right, I'm out. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right, guys. He's out.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Hey, Ace, watch that